Hey everybody, it is your boy Sadistic here for another stream with AI Dungeon. I honestly can't get enough of this friggin' website, game, browser, whatever you want to call it. The sheer shenanigans that we get up to thanks to an AI generated adventure is just top notch. For those of you who were with us last time, you'll probably remember the psychotic 10-year-old that we ended up playing who was just hanging out, doing his best life, writing monster stories before he ended up getting betrayed by his friends, pushed off a building, and turned into a ghost, only to reap his bloody vengeance before eventually finding his way up to heaven and ascending. So we're gonna continue with that trend here. We're gonna do a new generated adventure, see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to, and yeah, I think we're in for another good time here. All right, so let's whip up a new adventure. Okay, we'll pop into some prompts here. Let's see here. So far we have done Christmas, and we've done a Halloween theme. That was the last one that we were doing. Let's see here. So we got fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic zombies, cyberpunk, custom, archive, mystery. Okay, mystery. We're hopping into mystery. Okay, what are we? Are we a patient, a detective, a spy, or a doctor? I'm kind of feeling either detective or spy myself personally. I feel like those could be some interesting routes that we end up going through. Unless we end up being like a 10-year-old spy, because I could totally see that being being a thing that happens. Um, I know, chat. What do you think? Two if you want to be a detective, three if you want to be a spy. What are we doing? I got a vote for detective. Anybody else wanna chime in? Detective, spy? What do you think? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Okay. Right at the last second, we have a split vote. Oh man, what are we gonna do? Spy or detective? I wish I had a coin to flip. I don't have a coin on me to actually hold on. I might have. Oh yes, I do. I do have a coin to flip. I do have a coin to flip. Okay, so if we go dragon symbol, we'll go detective. If we land on the star sigil, we'll go spy. So here we go. Okay, that's the dragon symbol. That's the dragon symbol. We are going detective. All right, what is our character's name? What are we naming this person? Because the first time we were Pringle, the second time we were what is it like Jason Billy Frenato or something like that? So what are we naming this thing? What are we naming this person? It's a good name for a detective. McGruff? Okay. We are McGruff, the crime dog. Okay. We are McGruff. Generating the story. You are McGruff, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for fled to. Suddenly, you see a strange creature. You are frightened, but you attempt to communicate with the creature. You are successful and learn that it is a goblin. Goblins are small, vicious creatures that live in the forest. Interesting. So we want mystery theme, but we're still running into some fantasy creatures. So what are we doing? We're uh we're the Detective McGruff. We have a pistol and a police badge, and we've just run into a goblin. We need some intel on this criminal that we're searching for. I feel like we should probably interrogate the goblin. I'm gonna start with that. Interrogate the goblin. You interrogate the goblin. You manage to ask the goblin a few questions, but it's difficult to understand what he's saying. Now the question is it difficult to understand what he's saying because he's speaking goblin or yeah, yeah, that's what I figured. Slap the go slap the goblin. Okay. Slap the goblin and say speak in English. I don't understand you, the goblin answers. You slap him again, then 20 more times. I don't understand you, the goblin says. So we're just slapping this goblin. We're just beating the crap out of this poor goblin who can answer us in English apparently. Maybe all they know in English is I the words I don't understand you. I mean maybe we know goblin. Let's speak to goblin in their native language. Try speaking louder and slower. Hold on, let's see if we speak goblin first of all, because that'll just save us a lot of headaches. You speak to the goblin in their native language. I don't trust you, you say. The goblin begins to cry. I don't understand why you're doing this, he cries. You pat him on the head and walk away. I guess we're not going to be interrogating him anymore. I guess. After we just slapped him around, we roughed him up some, we're just all like, it's okay, they're there. And then we just head offwards. No witness. Well, he's not a witness though. We're trying to find a criminal. Are you suggesting that we take out this goblin? Which, I mean, I guess we totally could do, but that's dark, man. I mean, I guess the title of this is, well, that escalated quickly. Yeah, you're right. Silence the goblin so there are no witnesses. You shoot the goblin in the head and throw his body into the bushes. You go back to looking for your suspect. Okay, goblin's taken care of. Man, we are a dirty cop. All right, so we're looking for our suspect. Need to need to find him somewhere. Where are we where are we looking? I guess just continue looking. Let's see what we find. AI, tell me what's happening next. You walk through the forest. As you do, you hear goblin screams. You find a bloody trail leading into a small clearing. There, you see a goblin's village. Hmm, okay. So we found a goblin village, a bloody trail leading here. Just gonna inspect my surroundings. The village is in a circle of trees. with a large oak tree in the center. The huts are made of sticks and mud, and all have a thatched roof. I mean, I suppose he could have warned them, but also I suppose he could have been our what our envoy to speak for us, to maybe ask the other goblins information. Because I think it's very apparent we don't speak goblin. It's a trap. I'm just gonna check the huts. Just gonna check the huts real quick. See what we can see what we can find. There are about 15 huts in the village, all practically identical. You open the first one, which contains nothing but cobwebs. The second one has a small toy horse and a bunch of stuffed animals. I'm not seeing any inhabitants. So look for the inhabitants of the goblin village. You find three goblins playing with wooden sticks. You watch them for a moment, and they are so strange. They have no eyes, but seem to see you perfectly well. Who are you? Well, that is creepy as hell. No eyes, but they're staring right at me. What do we do? Do we draw our weapon? I feel like, mm, I don't know, because they're not specifically hostile yet. So I feel like if I draw my weapon, that's going to cause issues. Hmm, tough call. It's a tough call. Take the six? Well, okay. Taking the wooden sticks. You pick up two of the sticks and throw them to the ground. They hurl back at you and you easily dodge them. What do you want? The tallest one asks. Well, they're chucking sticks at me and they're asking me what I want. I'm looking for a criminal in these woods. Have you seen them? The goblin thinks for a moment. No, says the tallest. Yes, says the other two in unison. Then how do you know he's a bad man? The first one asks. How do we know that the criminal's a bad man? What crime did this criminal commit that we're trying to bring them in for? I feel like it should be something good, something just completely outlandish. So, what ridiculous? He's a jaywalker. Sure. He's a jaywalker. No, he isn't. Jaywalkers don't have police powers, says the second one. He is. Ask him, says the first. I can't. He's invisible. Am I invisible? Who's invisible? Is the criminal invisible? I think the criminal's invisible. You shrug and leave the three goblins behind. In the middle of the village is a large iron cage with a sign that reads, Trespasser's Dilemma. I feel like we could very easily just ignore this large iron cage, but why is it called Trespasser's Dilemma? Ponder this? Okay. Ponder the cage. You walk over to the fence surrounding the wooden cage. There is a large sign on it that reads, "The only way out is in." So does that mean we have to go into the cage? It's true, it is a mystery. You know what? Get into the cage. You walk around the inside of the cage, peering out at the goblins. "What's the game?" you ask. "Truth or dare," says the smallest one. "Truth." Okay, playing truth or dare now. "Do you want to go to the fair?" "Sure," you say. "Then truth," he says, laughing. Okay, so I guess it's our turn to ask them. So what question are we asking them in this truth or dare game that they can't lie about? I feel like we should just ask them where the criminal is. Where is the criminal? The boy looks around nervously. "You can't see him," he whispers. "He's invisible." "I can't hear him either," you say. "You must go," whispers the smallest goblin. "He's hiding, waiting to pounce." "What do you mean?" you ask. Are we hunting the predator? Is that who the criminal is? Because I didn't really sign up for hunting the predator. It's night, and night is when the goblins are at their scariest. Scared or not, I suggest you go before the goblin 458 catches you. I've heard that story before. Oh, we're being hunted by Goblin 458, a truly intimidating creature. Hold on, hold on. I need to set up mood music for this. What do we got here? Mm, no, I don't want to use that. I'm not feeling that. Hear the story again for a refresher. Hear the story. Oh, actually, listen to the story again. "I'm not playing this game," you say. "Fair enough, so I'll see you later, mister," says the boy, shoving you out of the cage. I don't think I wanted to listen to the story again. So we got to find Goblin 458. They're out there somewhere, stalking us, waiting to pounce, prepared to strike when we're at our weakest. Okay, I'm locking the cage. Oh, apparently we caught the criminal? What? You turn the key in the lock and walk back to your car. Apparently we caught the criminal. We got an achievement for it. We got we won! We won, guys! In record time, we won! Amazing. Um, Okay. Apparently, no, no one can best McGruff. Yeah, it's all you, Jahamid. You were the secret to catching the criminal. They were in the cage the whole time. Never would have seen that coming. I guess. I mean, let's keep on with McGruff. You know, we gotta keep a streak going now. Work on my next case. You're a recognizable person in this town, and the owner of the gas station. Cool, I'm a detective and the owner of a gas station. That means you draw a lot of attention to yourself. The first thing you notice is a large oak tree has fallen in your yard, blocking all three paths. Apparently. Now there's a tree blocking all three paths. We're trapped by this oak tree. What do we do? I mean, I'm just gonna try. Sounds like a crime to me. It's true. Who could have knocked down the oak tree? Inspect what caused the oak tree to fall. At first, you think it's just another wind-felled oak. Then, however, you see a branch is torn off. Yet another mystery is afoot. You walk towards it and notice something is wrong with the tree trunk. It looks almost like someone carved it. Carefully, you peel around it. Oh, looks like someone's trying to stop us. Perhaps Goblin 458 has an accomplice of sorts? Maybe they're here for revenge after catching their partner. What do I see on the other side of this oak tree? The same branch has been carved, and it is again near a small thorn bush. You step away from the tree and examine the thorn bush. The thorns have all been placed in a specific pattern. Sounds like some druid magic here. Some general witchcraft. You know, naturey stuff. I'm gonna try to recognize the pattern. A little farther away from the tree, you notice the tracks of a car. You follow them, and sure enough, they lead to an abandoned cabin. Okay, so we're at an abandoned cabin now. Gonna carefully look through a window into the cabin. No, it's probably not abandoned. This is probably a trap. What? I like how it's you carefully look through a window in the cabin, and then it's immediately I go inside. A blood-soiled sign hangs above the door. You open the door and step inside. It is completely empty, save for a few broken chairs scattered about. I'm just gonna read the sign real quick. Just see what it says. The sign reads closed for renovation. It's been a while since you've last heard of the place. You're surprised nobody has claimed it yet. I feel like somebody's claimed this. I feel like this is a murder shack, you know? Just getting that vibe from the blood-soaked sign, you know? I mean, I could be crazy. I could be wrong about this, but I feel like blood-soaked sign in a abandoned cabin, probably a murder shed, you know? I'm just gonna look for some secret passages. The second floor has some rooms that have been broken into. You see one room that is completely empty with the exception of a bucket in the corner. There are also some old tunnels dug into the ground. No, no flask, just a bucket. Also, apparently, some old tunnels. So, tunnels. I guess we should probably go into the tunnels. That would make the most sense. Go in, have our gun drawn, inspect, that kind of thing. What's in the bucket? Look inside the bucket. Oh, cool. The bucket is full of human feces. The smell is almost unbearable. You quickly lift the bucket out of the way in case any falls off it. Just then, you hear a crash from further away. It was a poop bucket. Found a poop bucket. Also, there was a crash. I guess we should investigate the crash. Investigate. Hold on. Well, we have to find out what caused the crash. You don't throw the bucket at the crash. We have to find out what it is. Take the bucket and investigate the crash. See what we can find. You carry the bucket out of the room and turn down the hallway, walking towards the noise. As you do, you notice several lights flicker on and off. I mean, abandoned cabin. I'm kind of surprised there's power in the first place. The fact that there are actual lights on. Put down the poop bucket. Put down the poop bucket. You come to a fork in the hallway and you look both ways. Slowly, you push open the gate at the end of the hallway and peek out. I was gonna chuck it at whatever we found. Several doors down, you see a goblin watching you out of a window. His hand is under his shirt and he's slowly pulling it out. You look at him and then run back to the poop bucket. So, we have a goblin. They appear to be pulling something out from under their shirt. And we're back at the poop bucket. I'm just gonna throw it at him. Throw the poop bucket at the goblin. The bucket hits the window, but the goblin doesn't react. You repeat this process 3 more times, which finally gets his attention. Okay. Apparently he didn't notice us. Oh, and he was on the other side of the window. I'm impressed it did not get poop everywhere. He looks down at the bucket and then swats at it. You jump back to get out of his reach and he grabs your arm. I'm just gonna do that real quick. This shot hits the goblin in the chest and it falls out of the window, breaking its neck on the way down. You're about to run away, but you see the goblin is still moving. Well, still moving. Got a broken neck, though. I feel like we should just finish it off. Put it out of its misery, you know? Finish off. Finish off the goblin. You pull your blade out and stab the goblin repeatedly until it stops moving. You turn around and continue down the hallway when you see a goblin sitting in the corner rocking back and forth and laughing maniacally. So, we got another goblin here. This one's laughing maniacally. I don't know where I got the blade from, but, apparently I also had some kind of bladed weapon with which to stab this goblin. So, that's cool. So what are we doing with this laughing goblin? I mean, I feel we don't get more firepower. Yeah, we don't trust the goblin. Okay. Search for more weapons. There are a few more makeshift weapons at the bottom of the stairs. You grab one and pull it out of the wooden handle, only to have it slide right back in. Well, rude. I don't think we're gonna find more firepower here. I feel like our gun and our blade is the most weaponry we're gonna have to deal with this whole mess of things. It's gonna really quick check that. Ask the goblin why they are laughing. The goblin continues to laugh. Goblin, you say, at least speak to me. It continues to laugh. Okay. Karate chop. No, karate chop. The laughing goblin. I don't really want to pick up the poop bucket. We've chucked it like 3 times. It's probably got like poop everywhere, man. You swing toward the goblin's head, but you lack the strength to damage it. The goblin continues laughing. This is the strongest friggin' goblin ever. They, they are immune to my karate chops. Shoot them in the foot? Okay. Shoot the goblin in the foot. The bullet hits the goblin in the foot, but it doesn't stop it from laughing. You run out of bullets. The goblin laughs at you. Man, this is uh this is the toughest shit goblin. This, we're dealing with the most Chad of goblins. Craft more ammunition. You quickly get another piece of wood and start to construct a bullet. The bullet is complete, and you load it into your revolver. You give the goblin a warning look and point your weapon at it. We have one wooden bullet, guys. We're totally prepared for anything that comes across us now. Yes, the wooden bullet, the most deadly of bullets. Because not only can you shoot things with it, it'll give you splinters. Yes, one wooden bullet. I mean, maybe it's a vampire goblin. Maybe if we shoot it in the heart, that'll put it down. We're not a barbarian. We're a detective. Shoot the goblin in the heart with the wooden bullet. The bullet carves through the head of the goblin, and it falls down lifeless on the floor. You notice something shimmery on the ground. You walk over to it and pick it up, finding a gold coin. Cool. We killed a goblin and we got a gold coin. Getting paid. What up? I feel like we should probably go back and inspect those tunnels. I feel like those tunnels are maybe important. Who am I wishing to? How am I wishing? I ain't a wizard. I can't cast the wish spell. Do I have to find a well to toss the coin in? Is that what you're suggesting? I'm just gonna quickly inspect this coin to see if it's magical. The coin is gold, with an image of Baroness Mazette on the front. No idea who that is. Don't think it's magical though. Check for more goblins. You find three more goblins sitting in the corner. The one farthest to the right is chewing on a bone, while the goblin you just killed is sitting in the middle. Did it get back up and move over there? Is it a zombie now? Do we have to deal with a zombie goblin? The zombie goblin. Or did its friends just like grab its body and just like prop it up? Because I mean, I could see both of those being being viable situations in this case. But I mean, you never really know when you're dealing with an AI. Kill it better. I mean, sure, but I got nothing right. I got a coin. I'm out of bullets. I mean, I guess I have my blade. Stab the goblins. You take out your sword and walk toward the furthest right goblin. You swing, but the goblin rolls out of the way and jumps on you, knocking you to the floor. He begins punching you in the face. Ow! My face. I mean, I couldn't see why they wouldn't eat other goblins necessarily. I mean, free meat. Not that I know what goblin meat tastes like. I'm sure it tastes fine. I'm sure if it's cooked enough, then it'd be fine. Cry? Okay, start crying. The goblin begins laughing again. You try to yell, but all that comes out is a pathetic whimper. You're in so much pain. The goblin finishes on you and stands you back up by your throat. Man, we're getting the crap kicked out of us right now. Being mocked by goblins. This is the strongest goblin ever. Picked us up by the throat. The goblin screams in agony. It puts out its cigarette and says, I don't know what the hell you just did, but you're not getting me. The goblin drops you. It looks at its toe and says, You owe me a toe. You run away and end up back in the hallway where you first found the goblins. Okay, we've escaped, but now the goblin wants revenge. It wants our toe. So what are we doing? How do we deal with this? I'm not going to give him my toe. Yeah, I owe him a toe because he suggested that I cut off his toe. I'm just gonna escape to the tunnels. All right, we're heading into the tunnels. The AI is thinking. I think they were prepared for us to go into the tunnels. You look around and find a man near you sitting on the ground, clutching his stomach and crying. Hey, are you okay? You ask. He looks up at you and says, I keep getting stabbed through the hand. I think they all went for my life. I'm sorry. You walk over to him and say, Hey, take it easy. We're not mad. Don't. Okay. I guess this guy was also trying to escape from the goblins, and they wanted to murder him, so they kept stabbing him, but he just could put his hand in the way, I guess. I mean, it's a fair defense. It's a fair defense. Put your hand in the way of a bladed weapon. Sacrifice your hand instead of your life. It's fair. It's fair. Perform. I mean, I feel like we should help him first. That way he owes us a favor. Then we can ask him for the toe. Perform first aid on the man. You put your fingers in the wound and manage to get it out. Yes, that's high level first aid right there. Just poke the wound and then pull it back out. Yep, that's a real stab wound, all right. That's for sure. Please, McGruff, do something more specific. You see the flesh was ripped open so badly that the bone came out with it. The man screams again, but this time it's out of pain. A bone, apparently. I pulled out a bone. I don't know. Let's inspect the bone. How's the AI doing? We doing good? Great? Pretty good? Not so great. It's time to rate AI Dungeon. Pretty good. Okay. The bone looks just like a human finger, except it's much longer, and the size is about that of a small child's arm. Jesus Christ, that's a long bone. You reach in to grab a hold of it, but you recoil your hand immediately. So we have a long ass finger bone. So, but we recoil our hand immediately. Screw it. Pick up the bone. It is ours now. It's our bone. It feels much heavier than it looks. You hold it in your hands and decide you're not going to risk dropping it. You walk over to the man again and say, I think I got it. It's not as slippery as it looks. You grab some bandages and some disinfectant from the first aid kit and say to the man, Oh, hold on. Sure, mind-blowingly good. There we go. Hold this here. I'm going to clean the wound and dress it. The man nods. You wash the wound well with disinfectant and wrap it with bandages. The man says, I think I can get up. You smile and say, What are we saying? What are we telling this guy? Give me your toe. Sorry. It's going to be out of your toe before you get up. You try to stand up, but the pain is still too much. What? Does he know about the deal where I owe that goblin a toe? Apparently, I lost a toe. So we're down a toe, but we have a very long finger bone. A fairly hefty long finger bone. Dense bones, I guess. You feel the top of your foot and realize you're missing part of a toe. You take out your knife and start carving off some flesh where your big toe would be to make room for your new toe. I mean, I think we might be. I don't know if we're growing a new toe or or we're trying to replace it. Use new toe. It feels weird not having a toe on your foot, but you wrap your bone in bandages and forget about it. You sit down as your man struggles to his feet. He says, "Thanks." Okay, I don't think we used the bone. I think literally what happened was we lost the skin off of our toe and we just straight up wrapped up the skeleton. So now we just have a skeletal toe. I'm gonna ask. Actually, hold on. What are we doing? I guess we should try to find a way out. And then we can come back to reap our bloody vengeance against the goblins. You look around the cavernous room and notice a large hole in the wall leading to another tunnel. We could fit through there, you say. How would we get back out? Your man asks. Okay, I'm asking for ammunition. Ammunition? Sure. Why? You show him the bullets you found and ask, "Can these be used?" "Sure," the man asks. "How much ammunition do we have?" "And when did I find this?" "Wow, I'm loaded." I mean, I have a pistol, so some of this is not gonna help. I mean, I don't know if it's one of each or, but also, okay. So we got ammunition for the 357, got ammunition for the Smith and Wesson, and we got ammunition for the special. I mean, it's not bad. Feel like we could do fair bit of damage with those, you know? I mean, I don't know if the coin was magic. I feel like we had these before, but we've just been using our pistol. I'm just gonna load 357. You take out the bullets you found earlier and load them into the revolver. You've got your man aimed down another tunnel, which leads deeper into the mine. You ready? Yeah, the man answers. You fire as a goblin as it comes running out of the hole. Is it dead? Please tell me it's dead. Oh no. The bullet hits it in the chest but doesn't down it. It staggers back, then charges forward with its axe raised high. I'm just, I feel like shooting it again, is the smart thing. Because then we can take it back, you know? Okay, we had a single bullet. We had a single bullet. You pull the trigger, but there's a problem. The gun's empty. Your man charges down the tunnel shouting, "Come on, you little bastards!" You yell. What are we yelling? What's our war cry? What do we shout to strike fear into the hearts of this Goblin bastard. Mm, I don't know. What's an insult to a goblin? I don't really have anything. Uh, ba, 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 ba. You yell. The goblin keeps their distance, but the man panics and runs straight into their hordes. You hide behind a corner as goblins grab him from all sides and pull him down. Well, he's screwed. He's. We were not gonna help that guy. We're still like, take him. It's all yours. I mean, do we help him? Do we leave him to his fate? I mean, he gave us bullets. I feel kind of bad about this. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him just go down like that. Shoot the goblins with any available ammunition. I'm just going in. I'm gonna Rambo this. The goblins fall before the bullets, and you are left to clean up their mess. You walk down the tunnel, collecting the goblins' bodies and tossing them down a nearby chute. Ah, look at that! I'm the best. I'm the best. Just just got a Leroy Jenkins sometime. Just rush right in wildly, and everything will turn out just fine. McGruff cannot be stopped. Check on my man. You find your man sitting against the wall, trying to get his heartbeat back to normal speed. He is panting and sweating profusely. You walk over to him and ask, "Are you all right?" He looks up at you, nods, and says, "Yeah, I'm fine. Let's keep moving." "All right," you say. You keep walking as the man gets back to his feet. Okay, he's alive. It's okay. Probably a little freaked out because, he probably saw his life flash before him when the goblins, surrounded him and were ready to go all stab happy. Make more wooden bullets. You find some scraps of wood and start carving them into bullets, making sure to leave yourself some spare time so you can reload your revolver. You make enough bullets for 20 shots. Okay, we got 20 bullets. Got 20 wooden bullets. I guess now that we have ammo again, we should continue down the tunnel. You walk down the mine tunnel for what seems like an hour, but is probably only 10 minutes. The man holds his gun tightly in his hands and looks around nervously the entire time. Finally, you see light up ahead. He had a gun the whole time? Man, here we are wasting our bullets? How rude. Just gonna slowly approach the light. As you walk towards the light, your mind races to remember what lies beyond its protection. You remember that this mine has an exit where other miners can get in. Shocking. A doorway that people can both leave and enter? My God. I didn't know such a thing was possible. Oh, interesting. We're training the AI right now. Please tap on the response you'd like to keep or hit undo. Do we want to go with you remember that you're not the only miner down here? You remember that the mayor's wife is alive and well. You remember that the earth is round and not flat. Or do we go with perhaps it leads outside the mine where your friends are? You remember that outside the cave you have a horse and supplies that could help you. Perhaps you could leave the man and ride off. So, which option are we going with? Option A or option B? Are we going to go look for the mayor's wife and remember that the earth is round and not flat? Or are we going to get to our horse and supplies outside and abandon our man? Option one, go looking for the mayor's wife. I got to vote for option one. What say the rest of you? Okay, looks like we're going for option one. You remember that you're not the only miner down here. You remember the mayor's wife is alive and well. You remember that the earth is round and not flat. Remember, folks, the earth is round, not flat. It's an important thing to remember. After walking through the exit, you find yourself in a much bigger room. The floor is made of stone, and miners are moving about, putting the finishing touches on the platform that is being raised up. Are the miners goblins? I'm just going to look for the wife. You find the mayor's wife standing on the platform, a large cloth on a frame. She doesn't notice you at first, but when she does, her eyes widen. Hello, she says awkwardly, or she awkwardly says. How do we respond? Let's, how do you talk to women? I know how to talk to women, especially not such a high ranking woman as the mayor's wife. Hey girl, how you doing? No, how you doing? You say as you light a smoke and look cool. I'm okay, the mayor's wife answers. Her voice is squeaky and high pitched. You imagine that she's afraid, which is good, since you sure as hell are. Okay, we're afraid. Why are we afraid? Are we on the platform being raised up? Or are we at the bottom? I'm confused. I'm just gonna quickly scan the environment. The room is dimly lit. A platform is raised up 30 feet above the rest of the room, with two smaller pieces of wood fixed to it. Okay, don't appear to be any specific dangers. We gotta figure out a way to get up to the platform, though. I'm gonna inspect the mechanism that raised the platform. The two wooden pieces of wood are each strapped to a miner's back. They are large oaken beams with a single miner standing on each to keep them steady. Did these miners just straight up lift this platform 30 feet in the air with planks that are on their backs? My god. What chads. These are the strongest miners in the friggin' world right here. Um, I wonder if they just put her back down. Ask the miners to lower the platform. The miners start to walk the beams towards the ground, and then the mayor's wife steps back as far as she can. You can climb down when you get closer, she says. I mean, why would I climb down? Isn't she the one that's up on the platform? Kind of only slightly confusing. You look at her as she backs away up the platform, then turn to the men lowering the platform. You climb onto the raised portion and jump down to the ground. Okay, so I think we're by the mayor's wife now. Rescue the mayor's wife, I guess. I don't know if she's actually in danger. We're gonna rescue her anyways. You walk up to the mayor's wife and put your hand on her shoulder. Come with me, you say. We're getting the hell out of here. She shakes her head. What? No, you gotta come with. It's not safe here, lady. It's no use, she says. Let them kill me if they want to. It's better than being forced into a loveless marriage with a monster. A tear runs down her face. Oh man, I was not prepared for that. Um, what do we do? I feel like, we should still help her. I don't want her to just straight up get murdered, but forced into a loveless marriage with a monster. So the mayor's a dick, which, I mean, I guess is not too surprising considering he let his wife get kidnapped in the first place to a mining cult that's going to murder her. Be her knight in shining armor. Then run away with me. You don't need to go back to him. Say, take you anywhere you want to go. I can't, she replies. If I run, he'll kill you. You can't believe it. I'm not scared. I'm Detective McGruff. The best damn cop in all of Chicago. She looks at you intently before speaking. Detective, she begins, I think you're lying. You look at her as she laughs derisively. She doesn't believe me. I'll kill the mayor before he can kill me. Then you'll be free and we can run away together. Am I even into the mayor's wife? I mean, I guess that's what the direction we're going, but it would be really funny if like I'm not actually even into the mayor's wife. Her laugh turns to a sob. So that's your plan, is it? She asks. Kill the mayor and get yourself killed in the process? Are you really that much of a foolish idealist? You don't know what the hell you're talking about, you protest. I can take out the mayor. I promise you. I'll be back safe. Then we can. Oh, then we can run away together and be happy. You say. No, she says. You can't. She looks at you a moment more, then turns away and walks back up the platform towards the exit. I'll be back later. Is she saying that she'll be back later, or you turn and head to the tunnel, annoyed with her reaction? The miners avoid eye contact as if they know she's lying, but don't want to be involved, so you don't bother saying anything to them. I don't know, man. I don't think we should wait for her. I feel like if we let her leave now, she's not coming back. I think we need to get to the mayor first and take him out. I think that's our next move right now. Okay, let's rally the miners to go and kill the evil mayor. The miners, perhaps thinking that she will become unstoppable and attempt to kill them all as well instead, refuse to help. We'll be fine, you shout. Just get the hell out of here. Hmm, hmm. I think the AI knows too well about our penchant for amassing great power and turning into a dark lord, so they're not letting us go this route this time. So it looks like it might just be us. I mean, maybe bribe them with ice cream. Bribe the miners with ice cream so that they'll join the cause and kill the mayor. You run to the apartment and find a jar of honeycomb ice cream. You walk up to the miners. If you folks join me You'll get a jar of honeycomb ice cream. This is clearly how diplomacy works. You say diplomatically. We are not helping you kill the mayor, one says. He's paying us. Pfft, you snort derisively. Well, I don't think we're gonna get the miners' help. I feel like this is not working. Intimidate them? I mean, yeah, screw it, why not? Yep. Intimidate. Isn't that how you spell intimidate? Yeah, that's right. Intimidate. The miners killing the mayor. Listen here, mister. I've killed more than a few men and never suffered any repercussions. The miner looks at you contemptuously. But if you kill the mayor, you can take all of his money afterwards. Then you will be rich. The miner chuckles, amused at your attempt to bribe him. You think we're stupid? He asks. I don't think this is working. I don't. Yes, I do think you're stupid. Okay. Training the AI. What are we saying here? You don't think we know the difference between rich and stupid? You don't answer. Go home to your mom, you little boy. No, we're not. Another joins in the conversation. He's just saying that because he thinks we're poor and won't be able to take as much money from the mayor. I feel like the second option works more thematically towards us gaining their help to go take out the mayor. No, I think he's telling us to go home to our mommy because it's our response followed by their response, followed us by us not saying anything, followed by them saying, "Go home to your mommy, little boy." Okay, option two. You are now surrounded by miners who begin to encircle you. Ha! I wouldn't worry about that, Mister, one says. He's obviously already planning to kill us all. Well, um, we are now flanked. Hmm. Screw it. Try to get them to help. You draw your revolver and shoot the men in front of you. You put two more in their place, and then you immediately put a bullet into the head of your last opponent. Nope, screw that. Taking them all out. With the bodies. You find a little over $200 in the pockets of the miners you shot. You guess they must have come back from their jobs and taken care of the mayor's goons, but failed to bring back much money. Oh my goodness, they killed the mayor's goons earlier. They had already done it. I'm curious if I could use necromancy as you know what? Let's use necromancy. Erase the thought. Why not? Yeah, I don't think I can use necromancy. Doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing it lets me do. You slowly walk out of the tunnel, watching it get darker as you exit. You walk up to one of the corpses and take the keys off its belt. Actually, I should probably see what kind of keys they are. Inspect the keys. The keys are a set of brass keys like the kind you'd put in a hotel room door. They're very ornate, with a bunch of fake symbols and whatnot engraved on them. The letters Copper Moon are engraved on the back, in a cute, crude hand. You pocket your keys. Okay, so we have a set of brass keys that'll probably be used for something, maybe at the mayor's place. Probably open some doors there. But we still need to get to the mayor's place. Because we don't have a horse in this version, because we chose to go back for the mayor's wife. Arm myself and head to the mayor's house. You walk around the house to the front entrance and open the door. You step inside, raising your revolver slightly. To see if any goons remain. The place is trashed. You see a blood-stained money clips on the floor, a broken chair, a few shell casings, and a blood trail leading to the kitchen. I'm gonna just follow the blood trail real quick here. You enter the kitchen and see a man holding a butcher knife preparing to stab a second man. The man with the knife looks at you and says, "Ah, you must be the hobo who killed my friends." I mean, not really. I kind of just got here. Actually, I just got here. Actually, I'll do it this way. Actually, I just got here. My name is McGrath. You say. Before shooting the man with my revolver. The man falls into the kitchen countertop, and the man with the knife lets out a loud wail. "You killed Ben! You killed Ben!" he screams. "I'll kill you next." No, I targeted the wrong man. No, because I said the man, and there's two men. There is the man with the knife, and there's the man. Gonna fix that. Shoot the man with the knife. No, shoot the man holding the knife. Sorry, Ben. Hope you weren't a potential ally, because you're dead now. The man falls to the floor in a bloody heap. You quickly turn to the second man, who stares at you in disbelief. I don't have extra bullets, you say. Who are you? Okay, we didn't kill him. We just grievously wounded him, where the other guy thought that we killed him. I'm the sheriff, he says. What the hell are you? A hobgoblin. How did you get in here? The sheriff asks. So Ben is the sheriff of this place, and we are actually a hobgoblin. My goodness. We were a hobgoblin the whole time. That probably explains a lot about how the mayor's wife didn't think that we are gonna be able to kill the mayor, and how she probably didn't want to run away from with us because we're a hobgoblin. Explains a lot. Hmm. Quite the twist, though. How'd I get in here? I used the front door. Where is the mayor and his wife? I ask sternly. I ain't playing around anymore. The sheriff looks around nervously and glances at the bloody corpse of his friend lying on the floor. I think they're in the cellar. Let's go get them. You walk towards the cellar door. I have this feeling that the guy with the butcher knife was not actually trying to stab him. I feel like it's just a misunderstanding on our part before we started opening fire. That's our bad. That is our bad. Okay, let's just double check the cellar door. The cellar door is a small wooden door with a brass knob. The knob is about the size of your fist and has two wooden D-rings attached to it. Hmm. Should we take out the sheriff? I mean, we did shoot him earlier. I don't know if that would bite us in the butt later if we kept him alive or if we don't. Like, or if we just take him out now. Ooh, that's a tough call. Eh, we were psychotic before. Might as well keep up the trend. Sheriff nods and slowly opens the cellar door. He quickly lets go of the door and it slams shut, instantly trapping him inside. Hmm, I see that he was prepared. You open the door and find Sheriff just standing there, as if he's totally fine. You walk up to him, and as you do, you hear a dozen bullets going off all around you. Hmm, hmm. Well, I guess if it's him or me. I don't think I'm faster than bullet fire, man. So I'm just gonna do that. You raise the sheriff like a human shield, and he goes to scream. You put your hand over his mouth and whisper, "Be quiet. There's a city full of people just waiting to see you die." I guess the sheriff is just as corrupt as the mayor. I guess. You run down the cellar stairs and start making your way through the dark cellar with your makeshift human shield. You find the mayor and his wife in a dark corner, tied up and gagged. Well, this makes it really easy, but I should probably find out what happened first of all. Free the mayor's wife and ask her what happened. All right, we get to choose which way we're going here. So we can either go option A. You cut the rope tying up the mayor's wife and she quickly takes her gag out. "I guess you're our new sheriff now," she says. That that were you doing there? Yep. Or we go, you cut the tape off of the mayor's wife and she starts to talk. Seems that this was all part of some sinister plan by the mayor's son, Duggan. So do we replace the sheriff or do we try to deal with this Duggan character, the mayor's son, using his sinister plan, probably to take over the family business? Get Duggan? Okay, going after Duggan. Where is Duggan? Hmm. Do we go with "I don't know," she says, or we go with "I don't know. They gagged me and tied me up before taking off"? So the first one implies that Duggan might still be around. The second one, he's definitely left the area. Okay. "I don't know," she says. "You'll have to kill him." "I'm not here to kill anyone. I just want to know what's going on. Why am I being framed for the murders?" I mean, we're kind of here to kill someone. Inspect the evil mayor. It's true. I did commit a lot of murder. You look at the mayor, who angrily sputters and says something incomprehensible. I'm just gonna slap him. Okay, fine. Slap the mayor. He falls silent and looks at you with fear. "Don't talk," you say. "Why are we here?" the mayor's wife asks in a scared voice. "Shut up." This is all because you wouldn't run away with me earlier. Then a million times less complicated. That's not true, he says. It is, it really is. You just wanted to run away with me, but I said I wasn't going, you say. I mean, it's all tied up. Should we just take out the mayor? What do you guys think? Should we just take out the mayor? Helpless. Definitely defenseless. Rob him first? Okay. You open the mayor's safe and find some cash inside. You find a short-barreled revolver and take it out of his desk drawer. It was your first time in love, wasn't it? You shoot the mayor twice in the chest, killing him. Dang. That was ice cold. That was ice cold. But he's dead now. But now I have to deal with Duggan. The only way we'll be free, I guess, to run off with the mayor's wife. Does she even want to run off with us? I'm just gonna, let's double check. Ask the mayor's wife if she wants to run away together. I'm sorry, you say. You kneel down to untie the mayor's wife. I don't think that'll be necessary, Sheriff says. Can't you just hear them out for the next few days? You nod. We'll be fine, Sheriff. Hmm. So the sheriff's still around, and he just watched me ice the mayor. I feel like that is a loose end. Do we correct this? Yeah? Okay. Dang. You raise your shotgun, but Sheriff kicks it away and punches you in the face. He grabs your pistol from off the floor and points it at you. Well, shit. The turntables. What do we do? Sheriff looks up at you, an amused look on his face. Really? He says, and pulls the trigger, shooting you through the chest, smashing through your armor and hitting your vital organs dead on. Well, that didn't work. We're hurting real bad now. How bad? How bad am I doing? We have 8 hit points and we're bleeding from the head. And you are dead. We're dead! He killed us! We died! Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead. We died, guys. We didn't make it. Story ends here. I don't know if we can. I just want to see if I can get better. You get better, and you continue your career as a bandito. You live happily ever after, and go on to live for a long time. Well, I guess we got better after dying, and now we're a bandito. I mean, good for us, I guess. You know, well done to us. Um, I'm just gonna quickly get revenge on the sheriff. You find the sheriff, who's still as foolish and arrogant as ever. You approach him from behind and knock him cold with a single blow. You bind and gag him and hide him in an abandoned cabin. I wonder if this is the Goblin Cabin. I feel like this is probably the Goblin Cabin. Maybe the poop bucket is still around. What? That's a weird jump. You sit down by a camp outdoors and begin eating some food. It's not long before you hear some movement nearby. You sit up, shotgun in hand, and find a young woman approach you. I'm just gonna try to shoot the sheriff again. No, no, I killed her. Well, I shot her in the chest. The woman is shocked to see you and begins to scream. You shoot her in the chest, knocking her down and pull out your knife. Well, we shot her too, I guess. I guess we shot the sheriff, and then she showed up, and then we shot her, and now we have our knife out for some reason. Are we going to skin her? Is that what the intention is? Because I don't know if I really want to do that. I feel like that's just a smidge too far from what we're doing. Just a thought. Maybe don't do that. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Wow. How simple. You cut open the woman's stomach and remove her skin. The task is completed. No, we still gotta. We've dealt with the sheriff, but we have to find Duggan. Search for Duggan. Oh, interesting. She wasn't dead yet. She was just suffering. You leave the woman to die and begin searching for Duggan. You find him outside one of the town's saloons, standing alongside a few other men. Do we even say anything, or do we just shoot him? Just start blasting? You pull out your pistol and start shooting at the men. Duggan, terrified, hides behind one of the bar counters. Two of the men are killed outright, while the other three run away. Looks like it's just us and Duggan now. I'm just gonna menacingly approach Duggan with my pistol drawn. Any last words? No, Duggan says, terrified. You pull the trigger, and the bullet hits his head, killing him instantly. You notice a carriage being loaded with supplies outside the town hall's large bar's window. Oh, we took out Duggan. This is pretty straightforward. I guess we reunite with the mayor's wife and run away together at this point. I don't know if she'd take us in. I wish she'd take us now after everything. You know what? Let's find out and ride off into the sunset. Riding your horse, you stop alongside the mayor's wife, who runs towards you, tears in her eyes. I thought you were dead, she says, sobbing. I got better. So good. I like how that actually worked. Just get better. The two of you embrace, and soon you and the mayor's wife are on your way to parts unknown. Your story ends. Look at that. We succeeded. We took out the mayor. We got our revenge on the sheriff. And we got together with the mayor's wife to save her from a loveless marriage with that monster. It's a happy ending, guys. Happy ending. Came back from the dead to do it, but we did it. And isn't that just a cinematic ending right there? Good job. Good job, folks. This was a good team effort right here. For sure. For sure. I keep going, but I think that that is actually a good point to end this stream for now. So again, thank you everybody for taking part in yet again another AI generated adventure. Uh, Stay tuned for the next one. I'm sure we'll get up to more shenanigans next time. If you enjoyed this, please make sure that you follow me here on Twitch, subscribe to my social media, all that good stuff to find out when I'm going live. Otherwise, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.